Hello there everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video in which I'm going to be attempting to use the Pomodoro technique. I don't know why I look so happy sitting here and telling you guys that, because it requires me to do uni work, which is not a vibe at all, especially when the weather's this sunny. But anyway, I've been in a funk with my uni work for the longest time. Every time I open up the laptop, I'm so demotivated, really uninspired, and I'm genuinely struggling to actually get my head into doing the work. So I thought I would give this technique a go, because what is the worst that can happen? I've not been doing any work anyway, so if this doesn't work, I've not lost out on anything. That's kind of the way I'm thinking about things right now. But you might be sitting there wondering, what is the Pomodoro technique and how is this going to help you? There's 5 steps to the Pomodoro technique, and I'm going to quickly run through them just in case you don't know what it is. So step 1 is arguably the simplest, and it's just to pick a task, which is fine because I've got so much to do right now. Step 2 is to set a 25-minute timer before you start step 3, which is working on that particular task until the whole duration of the 25 minutes is up. Then after you've done that, you'll take a 5-minute little rest break. You can do anything you want during this time. But step 5 is actually every 4 Pomodoros, so every 4 sets of 25 minutes that you do, you take a longer break. And this can be anywhere between 15 and 30 minutes, so you kind of just decide what's best for you at the time. But yeah, that is what the Pomodoro technique is. As I said, I've wrote myself a lovely little to-do list, or should I say big to-do list, and I'm going to pop it on screen quickly and just talk you guys through it. So on my to-do list, I need to email my supervisor quickly, so that's something that can be done maybe first if I do a little bit of admin work. Then I'm going to do week 1 of my consultancy module. I don't know what CMI stands for, that's just what it's called, but I haven't really looked at it yet, to be honest. Also on my to-do list today is to film that video that I'm filming now, so obviously I'm doing that at the same time. Then I need to put washing away and do a few householdy bits and things that aren't really uni work. But obviously for the majority of this video I will focus on doing my CMI module, doing my admin bits, things like that. But yeah, without any further ado, let's just get started. I think I'm going to start with the admin bits, as I said. So I'm going to email my supervisor about something right now, and then I'm going to clear out my emails, and then in 25 minutes time I will be taking a lovely little break. So let's just go. So as I said, I started off by emailing my supervisor, and I don't know about anybody else, but I just get really nervous when I'm emailing important people at the uni. I really don't know why. Then I received lots of voice notes from my friend Jenny about our assignment, so I sat there quietly and listened to those through. We were both trying to make a little bit of sense out of the CMI module before I started the work for it, and that finished just in time for me to have my first 5-minute break, and during this I just sat there and played on my phone for a little bit. Then I started my next session, so I quickly set a timer before looking at my CMI module. Again, I'm not too sure what this stands for, but it's all about consultancy within business and economics. I decided to make some really pretty notes, and I really don't know why, because this isn't something that I tend to do anymore. I tend to make notes on my laptop, but I continued to do that anyway, because if it was making me happy, then why the hell not? And then after I've done a bit of the introductory stuff for the module, it moved on to learning about what a consultant actually is, defining it, and learning about what they do. Okay, so we're on our second break in between the 25-minute sessions of the Pomodoro technique. It's actually going all right, to be honest. I think I'm quite enjoying these breaks, because the minute I get into the work, it's kind of time for a quick rest, and it gives me time to think about it. I've just got to the halfway point apparently during the first week's content of my consultancy module, and it is hella boring. Like, we're doing like what is a consultant at the minute, and I'm just learning about that. I still don't really feel like I know what a consultant is, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe by the end of this week's content I will. But hopefully, if it's saying that I'm halfway through, then by the end of the next half an hour session, I should have completed that, or if not, I should be so close to completing it. But it's only a 5-minute break, so I need to be a little bit quick and not too chatty. I've come downstairs, I'm going to refill this with some more squash, because it is absolutely boiling today and I've not drank enough at all, and I'm also quite peckish. It's 5:40, so this break has come at a perfect time, because it means I can start at 5:45, and I'm also going to have these prawn cocktail crisps. I'm going to try and do another hour before I cook dinner, so that I can have that longer break for the Pomodoro technique and cook something in half an hour basically. Just thought I'd pop on quickly, let you guys know how it's going. It's going all right, I'm quite enjoying it so far. I'm just not enjoying the content. But anyway, let's just fill up my squash quickly, head back up there, because I do only have 5 minutes and I want to check Instagram. For my next session of Pomodoro, I went back upstairs and finished off the content for week 1 of the consultancy module. I learnt about the 7 C's of consulting developed by Mike Cope, and also did a bit of extra reading about what a consultant actually is and what they do, and had a much better understanding of it. I was then made jump by the timer. Not the most normal reaction, I'm very, very aware of that, I know. But then I went straight into the next session and decided to move back into the bedroom to do some editing, as I didn't fancy doing any more uni work. I just went through my vlog for this week that's going to be going up and added in any music that I needed to put in and any voiceovers. Okay, so we are back in the kitchen after our 4th and kind of final Pomodoro technique session. I am running a little bit late because Charlie just phoned me from camping, which is so unexpected because she doesn't have an electric pitch, so she's trying to save as much phone battery as possible because she obviously needs to use it for the sat nav to get back home. But she phoned me to tell me that she actually has just climbed to the top of Snowdon and back down again. I'm sorry, like, that girl has just been everywhere recently, climbing every summit that she can find. Like, wow, just wow. But as I said, I'm running a little bit late, but I'm now downstairs to cook dinner, and I'm going to use this as like my 30-minute break, because as I said earlier, after you've done 4 sessions of Pomodoro you can have a longer break, and I suggest between 15 and 30 minutes. So it is going to have to be a quick dinner, which is fine because that's what I was going to do anyway. But I do think I'm going to cut it a little bit fine for 30 minutes, to be honest, by the time I've cooked and eaten everything. I'm going to be having chicken veggie wraps tonight. So I've got these white wraps from Asda because I didn't have any 50-50, which is a bit annoying, but hey ho. I've got some chicken, I've got a courgette, I've got pepper, and I have very, very conveniently, and I'm so glad I've done this considering I'm trying to be on a bit of a time limit, I bought red onion already pre-sliced, which is something that I used to do all the time, but now I don't do it because I was trying to cut down on plastic as and when I could. But I did pick that up this week because the onion was reduced in Asda, and I'm so glad because I do not have time to be standing here and crying over my kitchen counters right now. So yeah, I'm going to cook this up, I'm going to eat it. It's currently 18:53, so let's say it's 5 to 7. So I should be finished by about 25 past, but we'll see, because ultimately I'm not going to rush my dinner. If this was just like a session that I'd done after breakfast and I was carrying on till like lunchtime, then obviously this half-an-hour break wouldn't be spent cooking dinner, it would be spent doing other stuff. So I suppose half an hour then would be enough, but half an hour, if it's not enough for me now, then I'm just going to run over because I'm not going to rush my food. I love my food, and I'm not one to rush cooking it because I don't want raw chicken, and I'm also not one to rush eating it. I like to enjoy it, and I usually like to eat my dinner whilst watching a little something on the telly. So we'll see how it goes. I'll try to stick to the time limit as much as possible, but I don't know how many more sessions I'm going to be doing after dinner. Maybe we'll try and go for 1 or 2 and just see. But yeah, let's get cooking dinner because I'm really hungry and I haven't got time to be standing here waffling. As you can see, dinner did run slightly over, but that's absolutely fine. I went back upstairs, started my next timer, and decided to do a bit more YouTubey, Instagram stuff, that sort of thing. So I started off by writing an Instagram caption, which I always make myself laugh when I record myself doing this because I just sit there chatting to myself, deciding what to write. But I posted that, and after I did that, I decided to finish off editing that vlog, put all of the music and voiceovers on there that needed to be on there, ready to upload. I just need to get Charlie to check through it and make sure she's comfortable with everything that's going up. Alright then everybody, it is now 8:30, wow, 8:31 to be precise, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do the 5-minute break during these last 2 sessions. I was just sitting here editing the video, putting music on it. It doesn't really feel like work to me, if I'm being honest. It is just something that I enjoy doing for fun, so I would have sat there and done that regardless. And I just wanted to get it finished because I do actually want to head out on a walk this evening, and as I said, it's already 8:30, so I don't want to leave it too much later, so I thought I didn't want to delay myself any longer. But my little review of the Pomodoro technique, and it is only a little one because obviously I've only tried and tested it now, and I've worked for what, like 3 hours, so it does definitely need to be tried and tested a few more times until I fully got to grips with it. But for these sessions that I've done, I found them really quite enjoyable, even though like the content that I've been learning was not. It doesn't feel like I've worked for 3 hours straight, because I haven't worked for 3 hours straight due to the breaks, but I have had 3 hours solid work, and it just doesn't feel like that at all. Doing my CMI module feels like quite a long time ago. Obviously I've had a half an hour break since then, but I think that works out quite well. The only criticism that I've got is that the 5-minute breaks are a little bit short for me. It kind of seems a bit pointless, and there was 1 or 2 times that I did run over by a few minutes. I don't know why that piece of hair sticks out in every single video. Oh my god, it's actually driving me insane. How do I fix that, please? Sorry, I mentioned that in the last vlog, and it's there again, like, go away. But yeah, the 5-minute breaks are a bit short. I feel like by the time I've had a wee, refilled my water bottle and got a snack, like, the 5 minutes is over. I haven't even had time to sit down and eat the snack, so I've got to carry on working whilst eating it. So when I'm trying this in the future, because I will definitely carry this technique forward now and again, I think I might extend the breaks to 10 minutes and maybe do like a half an hour time slot instead. So for every 30 minutes I get a 10 minutes break. So yeah, that's my only criticism, but I have really enjoyed it. As I said, I will be taking it forward with me and giving this more tries. So be sure to subscribe down below, because I will include more reviews of that and show me doing that during my weekly vlogs that are upcoming. I won't do another separate video again. But all I will say is that me sitting down and working for a few hours solidly definitely hasn't gone. As much as I love this technique, I think sometimes, for me anyway, if I sit there and work for 2 hours, that's fine, and then I just have a slightly longer break. I suppose it's just whatever floats your boat, but it was definitely interesting to try something a little bit different, and I'm just so glad that it got me back into the working mood, at least if it's only for the evening. Like, I've done something, thank God. Hopefully I can carry this productivity through until tomorrow. I'm praying that I can. But yeah, that's my little review. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, comment and subscribe down below, especially because the student content is coming back now as all of my holidays are over. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you all very soon in the next video. Goodbye.